Makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over.
The event today was Hug the Athenaeum, and it was a group of people coming together. We had red sashes to show our solidarity for the librarians within. Everybody held hands and surrounded, and what was really wonderful is, and organically happened, is that we had a lot of people speak in support, which was not something that we predicted, not something that we had. We also had no clue whether it was going to be, a small group of maybe just us and a few supporters that we knew, and we couldn't have guessed that we would have the outpouring of what looked like, over 100 people there, close to 50 people in the room afterwards, having a conversation about where we're moving, where this is going to go, how we can take this energy and the support that clearly is present and utilize that in a way that can actually make change and activate change, possibly for this decision or as decision-making processes happen down the road.
So what we're here for is to show our support. This is a time for advocacy for libraries. Absolutely, libraries are changing in this climate, and that's even more of a time to support, to look at the dynamic position that a librarian is, to say, what can librarians do? Our statement right now is the people make the library. No matter what you put in that building, the access will not be the same without the people who provide that access.
Yes. They say they want to expand services, but they are going to take equivalent of 8.9 full-time people, expand services, and only have it run by 3.25 full-time equivalents. How are you going to expand services when you just cut your staff down by 2/3? And how are you going to provide digital services in a larger format in a community who have very limited access to high-speed internet? They can get it in major downtown areas, but a lot of people who live outside of the downtown areas don't have high-speed internet. If they can get it, can they afford it? So they have to come in here instead to access those services. Who provides those services? The librarians, who are trained to help them to do that. You don't have somebody who runs a library who is a full-time fundraiser. It's a librarian that runs the library. And the sad thing is here in this situation, the misinformation that's getting out there from the trustees, no one could correct because the staff has a gag order. They can't tell the public that their usage is not down. They can't tell the public that it looks like their usage is down because they were closed for several months for building renovations. They can't tell the public that it looks like their patronage dropped in half because they purged expired patrons from the system when they changed to a new automation system. So it made it look like fewer people are registered at the library. There are no fewer people using this library. It is as busy or busier. It's just a matter of playing with numbers.
My name is Reeve Ledberg. I'm an author and a former trustee and a librarian lover. And I know from all my various contacts that this is a very unhappy time for all in the library community. And I've been on the board, I've been very involved with the staff. I don't know any monsters here, but this is a bad situation. And we have to work our way out of it. And I'm grateful that people care this much. It's a wonderful thing because something will happen now.
This is just a statement that invokes the original article of incorporation about the intended purpose of the library, which or the Athenaeum, which stated that it should be a free public library, reading room, and art gallery. And also you can find statements by Horace Fairbanks, who really emphasized that his main hope and purpose was that this would be a free public library, not an art gallery.
I would like to say that one of the things I've heard from the board is that they consider this to be they need to run it like a business, and they've used business techniques. They've used business techniques.
We don't like those techniques.
My point is, when was the last time your business solicited donations and tax appropriations to pay your employees. You are not a business. You are a nonprofit organization, and you need to run it differently than a private business.
And I'm here today because I feel like that there is an attack on public goods. There's been an attack on teachers, on the U.S. Postal Service this past couple of years, now libraries, and I'm just, I believe that together people can fight this. That when we're out in our homes and feeling attacked and not doing anything, it's really easy to sort of let this happen and to fall into the, oh, we're going off the fiscal cliff, and there's no need to fight this, because this is just the way it is. We have to all tighten our belts, and I don't believe that that's true.
We can do this. These fights are happening all over. These austerity measures, these fights against public goods are happening all over, and we have to get together and we have to fight back. We can do it.